A beat is a beat, exactly, Nancy, exactly as you say. And they beat today indeed on both top line and on bottom line, with revenues coming up 2.5% up year on year. And the expectation was for actually group revenues to fall a little bit. So a beat there, a beat on the bottom line as well. As you say, I think the weakness out of today is their investment banking business. The CIB business is down 7% year on year, as you mentioned. But then good strength coming in their IFS business, that is their wealth management and asset management business. So continues to grow very strongly there. Domestic markets, their retail banking essentially flat on the year. And I think that one is interesting as well, because let's not forget that about a quarter of the group's revenue does come from that business. It is a reflection of the local economy, the domestic economy, but then also a very good test of the interest rate environment we're in as well. And many of the retail banks that we speak to in Europe struggle and continue to struggle from this low interest environment. So I sat down with the CFO yesterday and I asked him, given that we heard from the European Central Bank only a couple of weeks ago and their commitment to keep rates low for at least till the end of summer 2019, what are they going to do to help boost revenues in the retail business? Let's take a listen.
The question is, what are we going to do with respect to the top line, and particularly the bottom line? So let's not forget that in the plan 2020 for BNP Paribas, we really put a lot of focus in providing advanced solutions to the customer. Those advanced solutions typically generate fees and commissions, and so that is basically how we support the top line. At the same time, we are reducing the cost due to all the digital initiatives that we take, which basically reduce the cost. And on top of that, in the low interest rate environment, typically the cost of risk is also very mild. This is what we see. That is why the bottom line, the pre-tax income, is basically up.
Would you think of expanding into new regions? For example, we hear the likes of Société Générale. They've bought the equities business of Commerzbank, getting more exposure within Germany. Is that something that you're thinking about as well?
No, if you look at the growth that we are pursuing in some areas in Europe, like, for example, Germany, but also the UK, this is basically what we're doing through the specialized businesses. As I said, the specialized businesses, we do have the skill, we bring it there, and we basically support that growth.
So the geographic expansion, I was trying to get a bit more color there, given the deal that Société Générale struck with Commerzbank only recently, but he seemed to reaffirm their commitment to their existing presence there. And on the domestic banking, I thought it was interesting. He stressed the need for improving the bottom line, not just the top line, in the sense that they're also continuing to cut costs in that business. And the way they're going to increase revenue is not by relying on interest rate hikes, which don't seem to be coming anytime soon, but on emphasizing the fee-generating business. So that's as far as the retail banking business was concerned. But then I also asked him about how the broader economy is looking, how loan activity has looked as well, to get a sense for what the French domestic market is really like on the ground. Let's take a listen.
If you look at the second quarter results, for example, in France, we see a pickup in lending business of 5%, which is, in the environment where we are, that's fine. And that's really showing the support also that we bring to all our customers in their initiatives.
Are you concerned that with the president facing somewhat of a headwinds politically, that this could derail some of the positive impact he's had on economic reforms locally as well?
You know, I cannot comment on this. What we do observe is that there has been a plan that he set forth when he started the campaign, and that is basically what he is doing.
So the backdrop domestically seems to be quite robust, despite some of the political headwinds that Mr. Macron is facing currently. He does say that he's continuing on the path of economic reform. That has been a good thing. Lending activity is up. He pointed to very healthy loan growth of about 5% on the quarter there. So it still looks as though things on the ground are pretty robust when we think of it from a macro standpoint.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.